Superstar Show. Sig Sakowitz, your host. We have a most delightful, interesting guest, part 2, with Engelbert Humperdinck. He just got back from the Academy Awards. We'll talk a little about that. More on it next week. But right now, let's pause for this.
The lyrics. He wrote the lyrics for this, but he was involved in writing lyrics like for Les Bicyclettes and The Last Waltz and a few others that were big hits for me.
Are you a songwriter yourself in any way?
I used to be. I'm not now. I leave it to the professionals.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just get the best songs I can and try to record them, yeah.
Is there anything that you recorded some years ago that you think of ever going back to, pulling it out and redoing it, or maybe using that version of what you did into a current album or a new album or something?
I will sometimes bring them back in a more current way, you know, but I don't think I'd like to bring them out as a single, because the ones that really stand out are still there, you know, like Release Me and Man Without Love, like you just heard. And The Last Waltz is still there, so I don't really have to bring them back.
Do you select your music today, what you want to sing?
Well, this last album that I did, Mike Post gathered all the material together, and he brought it over to my house, and we went through it and sifted it out and picked the best out of it, and we recorded 14 tracks.
In selecting, and as you're going over the music at home or wherever it is, does it have to strike you? Does it have to hit you in the inside?
Oh yeah. You've got to see it in your mind's eye, you know, and listen to it and get an idea what it's going to be like to the people in the audience, you know, looking at you performing it. Never mind about the disc, you know, that's just one aspect of it. But I think you have to consider your live audience. That's the main thing, because then they go out and then they buy your single or your album.
All right. Then wouldn't your opinion be more biased than Mike Post's opinion, or whoever it happens to be, because you're the artist that's doing it, it's in your head, you'll see the reaction in your eyes, in your own mind.
Yeah, but he has the same sort of thing.
Ah.
Yeah, he's very artistic in that way. And he has that same way of thinking, and so I think that's the way he chooses his material. You know, because he's going out to millions and millions with the Hill Street Blues and Rockford Files, you know, on TV most every week. Very talented man.
You surrounded yourself with that. I know you have Harold Davidson who's handling you.
Harold Davidson, yes.
How long now?
6 years.
6 years. Was it a severe break between you and Gordy Mills?
Oh, it was a definite one. You know, I just got rid of it.
Your choice?
Oh yes.
Why?
Well, I really wanted to go on my own, you know, no disrespect, because, you know, he was handling Tom Jones, who I really respect as a performer and as a singer. I think he's a superstar, you know, super performer. No disrespect to him, but I wanted to go my own way. So I went on my own way, and Harold Davidson managed me, and I think he's just about the best managerial brain in the business. So here I am.
You're like a mother hen. He really watches over you.
Yeah, he's terrific.
Am I right or wrong?
He's terrific.
I saw him in the dressing room. He's scooting around here. He don't sit there like a cigar star Indian.
No. He's terrific.
Yeah.
He's a mover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much of a lift does that give you of severing with Gordy?
Well, you know, it made me more independent, and Harold leaves me to make a lot of decisions myself, which I never had before. And I really enjoy it that way, you know, being responsible.
When did you come out of your shyness? Because in the early part of your career, you were, maybe that was under Gordy Mills' wing, maybe that's not part of it.
In those days, I wasn't allowed to talk out in public, you know, and, mainly because I think I didn't have too much to say, because I hadn't done anything, because, I mean, right about now, I've traveled the world many, many times, and I could talk on any part of the world you want to talk about because we've been there. And then it was just at the preliminary stages, you know, and it was very hard to talk, except for the beginning, and you can get that over with in a couple of minutes.
Who's the one that changed your name from...
I did.
You did?
Yeah. And yeah, we did, took a lot of thinking, mind you. Mind you.
They kidded about Hansel and Gretel and Engelbert and all of that?
Well, the real Engelbert Humperdinck died in 1921, you know. And I had a bit of a problem in the early days of when I took the name over with some of his family that was left. In Germany, I was only allowed to use Engelbert. And in Germany, Engelbert means, they have signs all over the road, and it means tires, you know, car tires, you know.
So here comes a tire.
Here comes a tire. Yeah.
So when did the decision also come up about going with Engelbert? Because there's now been a concentration of Engelbert.
Well, only in Vegas. Only in Vegas, because the name is so big. You know, that to put Engelbert Humperdinck on there, it's quite a chore for the sign. People who put the signs up on the marquee. The Humpers are, but the ding keeps dropping off.
You kid yourself. You also do it on stage. I got a kick out of the impersonations you do of various people.
Yeah.
Yeah. You still keep that in the show, don't you?
Yeah. I'll tell you.
It must entertain you.
Yes. Well, I hope so. You know, because that's how I started in the business. You know, and when I first started, I used to do a lot of impressions because in those days, you know, if you just went out there and sing a few songs, doesn't mean anything. You have to entertain.
And you sing your medley of a hit. You know, that was nothing.
No, this is before I had a hit.
Before I had a hit,
yeah,
I see.
I used to do impressions, yeah. And slowly I eliminated them as, thank God, my hits came along, you know.
Because I think one of the best you do is Jerry Lewis.
Oh, yeah. Jerry said that himself. He says, you do me the best.
Do you resent being invited to parties with the idea that they're maybe going to ask you to do something?
I don't think people do that anymore, no. I don't think they subject you to that anymore. They know that you're there to enjoy yourself and have fun and relax.
And if you want to do it, you'll do it.
If you want to do it, yes. Yeah.
I know Lanza said years ago that got sick and tired of the Voice being invited rather than he.
Oh, well, that's natural.
Yeah.
But that's fine. You know, I mean, they put you there, you know, so they're entitled to ask you.
Yeah.
You know, would you sing a song? But most people are not like that. They just leave you alone, let you enjoy yourself.
Do you have to perform to also enjoy it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And to enjoy life, you mean?
No, to enjoy the show. To enjoy your own performance. Do you like what you're doing?
I do, yes. It's one of the highlights of my life when I get on stage.
Is that right? Do you look forward to it every day?
I do. I think sometimes you don't feel like it, you know, and then if the audience is a little quiet or subdued, then it's a little hard work. But if the audience is up and they're giving you a lift and they charge your batteries, well, I tell you, I can go on all night.
We'll be back after this. So